is one other way that we maybe could have done. Save again, just in case. Although it's not an exactly completely happy ending. But yeah. Save. Fuck.
Fuck. So I guess recruiting, that seems like we have money.
Keep recruiting,
Yeah, fine, we'll do that.
even though you will lose this battle no matter what.
Oh.
It's impossible. No, it's not impossible to not win it. It's just very, very. You have
Naval
to focus
strategy.
The entire game is focus. Not just naval strategy. It's just you have to go into intrigue, divination, foreign intelligence, military, and then you have to also avoid all of these deaths that are coming in between.
Jesus Christ.
And I have done that. I have won that naval battle.
That does not surprise me, but okay.
And I did it without magic. Which is even more impressive because magic gets as a bonus.
No, but
I did it purely with my army and naval skills.
Oh god, the lolly that conquered the world. You'll need to drop a naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as the admiral, lead the fleet in person, but the danger would be very great. The danger of our fleet would be even greater. Unless you think your personal skills will make a difference, I strongly advise against it. No, we'll stay the captain. No. Well,
we have saved, but still staying capital.
Yeah, because, I mean, sure, we have magic, but we have no naval strategy whatsoever. No, there's too much here. I can't go to sea. Okay. We're afraid. As we should be. As we should be. Okay. So...
Okay, what do we need then? Let's try to get to Willful.
Willful?
Go to the treasury. Go to the treasury.
Okay. You hit the road treasury and check your available funds. You have 3,191 gold lassie and 23 silver Chilassi.
That's, by the way, how you check your funds, and visiting the barracks is how you check your army, how much you have.
Ah, okay. So mood, we're willful. Okay. Skills.
We have 100 in inspiration and everything, so let's do athletics.
Athletics?
Running and climbing.
Okay.
And we'll have to do those two for the rest of the game. Although it might be too late.
You practice walking at a brisk but comfortable pace for a set length of time every day. You practice climbing up and down fixed ladders, driving at any fear of heights, and learn to move swiftly and surely. Danger in the high seas. Ships close in on one another, angling into range. The Shanjian forces greatly outnumber the Novans. This is unlikely to end well if only you had more soldiers available. The eventual outcome is not in your favor. The Novan ships are sunk or scattered, and the Shanjian forces press towards landfall. Many good soldiers were lost today, and Nova's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel the invasion, the Shanjian fleet will soon land, and their troops will begin to progress towards your capital city. The remaining soldiers will hold them off as long as possible, of course, but the main strength of the military has been exhausted. Nova's future looks bleak. Yay.
Oh boy. Let's move Willful. Let's do more Willful.
So, treasury again?
Yep.
Right. Okay, well, we're still willful.
Save the game. Save the game. Although, luckily enough...
Okay.
The duel of the fates is coming. Just saying that. It's going to be Palpatine vs Yoda. Do running and climbing again.
Yeah. Okay. Running and climbing.
Although it might very much be too late.
Right. So dragging forward brisk walk, bouncing jaw, and the fast ball with the speed. Interval, evade with their tree branch is safe to bear your weight. The invasion of is proceeding. Your coastline is under Shanjian control. Soldiers have marched to villages, trampling fields, and frightening citizens. A diplomatic delegation from Shanji has requested access to the castle to discuss terms, most likely for a surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies, and surrender now will save many lives. It would seem you have no choice. You prepare yourself as best you can to meet with the representatives from Shanjia. You expect a diplomat and a military representative, a general or an admiral. You do not expect a handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you. A man announced by your servants as Togami, king of Shanjia. Is he really their king? Why would a king come all the way here? And he's a lumen, too. Okay, then. Yeah, okay.
You would know a lot more about him if you studied foreign intelligence.
My dear young lady, how difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at such a tender age. Don't pretend to be my friend when you're killing my people. Temper, temper, princess. After all, I am here to save your people.
Just be ready, duel of the fates.
War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better to settle things in a civilized manner. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no more blood. What sort of game? It is one that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the powers of a lumen. I propose a formal duel, my powers against yours. The winner takes control of Nova, the loser dies.
Now, we might have 100 and everything, but we require a bit of other skills as well.
Your game by your rules for my life? That doesn't sound fair to me. The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes. Why should I? If you refuse, the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal lumen challenge, I'll call off the invasion even if I win. Really? I swear by the gods, Nova will be free and safe. Why take that risk? You're winning the war. It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal. It won't work for you. How little you know. Under the right circumstances, resonances can be changed. To gain your power, I'm willing to wager my own. Shall we begin? I can sense his power, it's so strong. I've learned everything I can possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this. What choice do I have? For marriage alliance.
That won't work. So
Yeah,
I've tried.
so I guess just accept his terms, because...
Wait, save the game.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah.
3. Duel of the Fates.
Okay,
Accept.
then I must. Tagami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of words, which will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger. And then it's time to begin. Two attacks, one spell sensed and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might almost be exciting if your life were on the line. Need to end this quickly before his experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard. Up close, he couldn't use his fancy spells, but what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win. You can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor, as fun as that would be. Perhaps you could focus your power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. Or maybe you could distract him somehow. You cast a spell that he couldn't block. That's what you've been talking about, yeah.
I just hope it works. Yes.
Drawing on your knowledge of design and your control over light, you surround yourself with strands of rainbow color which flow over and around your image. But that's only the beginning. Once you are in the cover of this prismatic shield, you can create a false image of yourself and step invisibly aside. The strain of keeping up the illusion of yourself responding to Tagami's attacks is high. You can't keep this up for long. You have to end it now. Stepping up as close behind him as you dare to limit the time and space he has to react. You raise your hand and force out a high-speed disc of solid light. It drives into his neck, killing him instantly.
Yes!
You have won.
We did it! We did one of the hardest things in the game!
Now that you finished studying, what should we do for your weekend?
We just fucking did the duel of the fates! What the fuck do you think we're going to do? There are so many ways to actually avoid him, but the problem is that all of them require so many skill checks. All of them require 100 in everything. There's also a evil ending of something. If you have max cruelty, you can join him or something like that.
Ah. Okay, so we're willful. Okay.
There's also the ending which you basically use for intelligence. You find out that before in his life he was a musician, and then you use your ability in the voice and your decoration to be an angelic being, and basically somehow make him good with the power of song. I shit you not. I did it. And then he's cute like that, and then he goes back to his country and he becomes a good king, and then his children even send you a drawing of you as an angel.
Oh God.
In the end, it's the cheesy good ending, but it's kind of cute.
Oh, nice you finished studying.
Then there's also, of course, this ending where you basically kill him off. There's also an ending where if you haven't found out the Lumen Crystal, and you haven't become a Lumen magic user, your father will take the crystal and he will sacrifice himself and fight him. He will die. Your father will die right in front of you, and you will get like -10 depressed, I believe, and -10 afraid. But you will live, and he will leave your country alone. But your father will die.
Wonderful.
So there's many ways to actually avoid him, and there's also, of course, defeating his navy, which is very hard but possible. There's the other option which I was considering was if you had enough lore, and if you had enough lore, you could ask Juliana and the priestess and you to basically the three magical girls basically to summon a giant fuck-off storm during the naval battle.
So basically the Mongolian invasion of Japan.
Which then defeats it, but the problem is that it awakens the fucking Kraken.
Of fucking course it does.
And which will turn the literally just as it was in the Divinity description, it will turn the seas red. The Kraken will begin to kill people in the sea, and the only way to stop him is to either, for a very very long time, go each week or so, go out at sea and make him sleep again using a magic, or another option, you can sacrifice yourself by throwing yourself into the maw of the tentacle monster to get eaten, but it will save your people.
So the Vor ending, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're almost done. The coronation isn't too far away, and we have basically survived most of it.
Well,
I will let you blind fire through all of this.
You just killed a man. I'm gonna take a walk in the garden. I'm very yeah. Okay. I'm willful. Okay. Right.
Yep, I'll even allow you to pick skills from now on.
Yay.
Literally, it's pretty hard to fail after this point.
I'll find a way.
Unless there is something very special, because I haven't played this game in like 2 or 3 years, and the dev has updated it a little bit in that time. Oh boy, this was fun.
This game was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. At the height of the Novan Empire, all the major dukes and duchesses were lumens, and they conquered their enemies with beams of light and terrible summoned monsters. Those monsters eventually broke loose, killing their captors and destroying the old capital on Kothra Lake. The resulting chaos shook the Empire. 200 years ago, a great force of darkness covered Nova, threatening to wipe out all life in the domain.
The Doom Shadow.
It took the self-sacrifice
It is the Doom Shadow
of the Queen and her complement of lumens to defeat that Doom Shadow. Only the Duke of Ursul refused to join the...
This is a subtle reference to the Kraken ending.
Yeah, I figured that was. Yeah, after you said that, that sounds very similar. Only the Duke of Ursul refused to join the defense and therefore survived. You stare into a polished crystal ball and relax, letting your mind wander. Balls are very relaxing to her. You close your eyes and visualize the crystal ball floating in front of your eyes. You must use the Force, Luke. Once you defeated the king of Shanji in a duel, the invasion was meant to be over. In practice, it is not quite so easy to expel a foreign army from your lands, particularly when their leadership is falling apart. The remaining Shanjian generals seem surprisingly eager to go home when left without a fuss, but a large number of soldiers have broken ranks and run amok, looting and pillaging their way through Nova just for fun. A number of royal holdings have been damaged and valuables stolen. Not only do you lose them, but you will have to pay for repairs. Great. With so many renegades in the loose, Nova seems likely to have severe bandit problems for years to come. When Tagami died, he left behind a crystal, a mauve lumen crystal with glimmers of pink where it catches the light. Such a pretty bauble from such an ugly event. Since Nova won the duel, the crystal is now your rightful prize, but you have no idea what to do with it.
You now have 3 crystals.
For now, you lock it away in the royal treasury. And we're still willful.
You're a crystal collector. Continue going in autopilot.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
You really do like the walks in the garden.
I mean, after what we just went through, I could use a few walks in the fucking garden. I'll just get to a meditation lore. I just want to learn more about the fucking world while I have the chance now.
Yeah.
Let's just keep doing this for now. Okay. Lore. What else happened? Oh god. Illumin once tried to lift the curse from an enchanted spring whose water was poisonous and glowed green. After dispelling the magic, she tasted the water and fell dead. The green glow was not a curse, but a spell placed by Illumin long before to warn everyone away from the spring's natural poison.
Oh boy. That's the top 10 fails ever.
Oh my god. Illumin may willingly surrender control of his or her magic to another. This is how the Novan Empire came to dominate the world. A growing force of lumens focused on a single ruler, granting that king or queen immense power.
Wait.
If
we did that with Togami, would he have left us alone? Because he literally came just for the crystal.
Interesting. Very interesting, actually.
Holy fuck.
It is now believed that strong magical power attracts danger. Therefore, after the Doom Shadow was banished, the crystals of the fallen dukes and duchesses were destroyed. Only the crown and the Duchy of Ursul maintain active lumens. Nothing about lore. Okay. You close your eyes and visualize a crystal ball floating through the air, moving past your eyes and into your mind, filling you with light. You learn to visualize the space around you so that you can see the whole room with your eyes closed.